Hey. Hi, chat. Please respond if you can hear me. Zukosis caused the stream to crash. It did not like that, so that's unfortunate. Can I get a crib honks in the chat if I'm back? It's really toxic, dude. Hopefully you guys weren't stuck with a long ad break. I hope I'm back. But yeah, like you were mentioning before everything... before the Fire Nation attacked, look up a guide. But... symptoms... This game does an okay job explaining what to do between entering and identifying, but the hand-holding is abruptly cut off the moment the mutants are thrown in the picture. I spent several hours trying and failing different strategies, and I feel this qualifies me for one of the first basic guides on how to patch up your mangled giraffes and penguins. This will be updated as I learn more, so yeah, it's a community effort to try and figure this out, which I suppose that aspect you could argue is like a plus of the game, is that like people are trying to solve this puzzle, this bigger puzzle. Cut the devs some slack. For $25? No, I'm not gonna cut that much slack. I'm really not, dude. Like, isn't... like, we're just gonna say Pizza Tower for everything. Yeah, Pizza Tower is cheaper than this game. Like... the game seems to offer a few key milestones early on. Step 0.5. Prepare your food in advance. You only have one visit to the enclosure before the parasite reveals itself. You should not have to return to the train until you have completed everything without the stress of animals dying. When you're ready, start pushing the cart until you hear the phone ring. That's right, CJ's PDA. Okay, CJ's PDA is the one that... yeah. At this point, I won't risk returning to the train, just in case the game decides I was close enough to the enclosure for Phase 1 to start. Get every animal's temp, test their aversion to sound, and feed them. Collect their feces, every blood. Some may not be cooperative. This early on, it's not worth trekking back to make an ad hoc tranquilizer. You can't get every blood sample, we'll return to it shortly. Analyze your blood and crap. Yeah, one thing is PT is a community puzzle, another is Zukosis, yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing, we have to see, like, whether or not it's RNG. Being the game did just come out, and, like, you know, where the magic of the Wizard of Oz is still around. It feels like RNG right now. Push the cart back. Well, that was a problem, because the hippo turned. Maybe because I went back and forth too many times? Not all animals will show every symptom, but every symptom of the disease in the enclosure will be present at least once. You might have one penguin with fever, one with infected stool, one with infected blood, one that freaks out when you yell in its general direction. All four of those in the same enclosure means the animals that have symptoms have the plague. Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe there's no blood infection, maybe no fever. Every animal with symptoms in the same enclosure have the same diseases. The ones without are clean. Curing the sick ones can wait a minute. When you begin to walk towards the enclosure, the door will break. One of the animals will be waiting on the other side. This marks the start of Phase 2, the vaccination. Do not bother trying to help yet. Instead, run back to the train and flee. Okay, but then they're gonna kill the animals. There's an achievement, I think, for saving absolutely everybody. Return to the room where your wife bangs at the door. You can pick up tons of supplies. mutant, let alone cure it. The resources are still scarce, so don't let the dozen or so bottles get to your head. Collect a blood mid-fight from a normal animal. Optionally, you can make 1 or 2 more to use on the mutant. Time to engage the mutant. Your first goal should be to trank a normal animal. Having a sleeping one means you can have access to blood. Be sure to trank one if you can kill the bird. Collect 2 blood samples, run back to the train. If you brought extra tranks, now's the time to use them. If you shoot the mutant while sleeping, it will wake up and roar, then immediately go back to sleep, and add the new tranquilizer time on top of the old one. With 2 darts, you can buy yourself roughly a minute apiece. Okay, so they do work on a... Well, didn't... So the hippo parasite for me triggered before... before I was even able to start diagnosing. I still had to turn in the blood and the feces. So I wasn't even in the vaccination phase. Plague parasite vaccine won't do anything on the mutant if the animals are showing symptoms of flu. Creating 1 vaccine in the computer will give you 3 darts. This is not explained anywhere, only applies to the parasite vaccines. If you aren't sure about your aim, make another 3 with that second blood sample. Bro! This is the fucking strategy. This is the strategy they tell you for Air Fleet in Shadow Game. The Prima guide is just like, lol, just shoot at it, bro. A lot, and you'll win. Thanks. Yeah, so you're just... So the way I was trying to aggro them is how this dude recommends it. But what do I... So you just need to have a tranquilizer on you. Have 2 tranquilizers so that you have 1 minute to throw something together, like speed run it. Or have 3 tranquilizers and get a minute and a half. That is such a waste. Okay, cool. Wait, I did make that? I'm gonna have to literally scrub through my own goddamn footage. Here, chat. Here, we're discussing. We're discussing. Hang on. I mean, I don't know why I want to analyze this footage. I'm sick of the game already. I'm just frustrated is all, because it's like, is it a me problem? It's not you, it's me. Okay. Put the poop away. Alright. Yeah. I did. Okay, I made GastroGuard and then it broke. Okay. So the issue was I didn't have CJ's cures. Okay. So the quote-unquote correct way to approach every one of these scenarios. 1, just have the vaccines. So analyze, do everything you can, leave the enclosure, put stuff away, diagnose, make sure you have at least 1 normal cure, and you need at least, like 3 to 6 of parasite cure, in case your aim is bad, and tranquilizers. And then that's how you're gonna do it for every single goddamn enclosure. Every last one of them. Same fight. So it just reinforces the checklist feeling of the game. Because, like, I got really excited with the mutant wallaby. The fact that it, like, turns invisible and shit. Like, that's pretty cool. But that's the only thing that's going to change the combat. This dude just burrows a little bit. Okay. Doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, and it's guaranteed. Like, and I mean, that is the problem with horror, right? Once you realize what the puppetry is. It's not as scary anymore. But the fact that it's not even an RNG thing, so that, like, you might have to stay on your toes. Like, oh crap, I forgot to go get one more thing. But I might risk, you know, the parasite might trigger, but it might not. I'm gonna take the risk. Like, you can't even do that because it's scripted. So you have to do everything on your checklist. You can't even, like, be like, I'm gonna observe here. Alright, they're vomiting. Okay. Maybe I can take a risk and guess this is what they're having. Bada bing, bada boom. They don't even mutate. I don't know, man. And now I'm rambling. I'm just kind of frustrated. And then, yeah, it's the exact same strategy, and that's why the Wallaby mixes things up, because it's just like... You're gonna cheese them by just going into the corridor for safety, because then it de-aggroes them. Like, what else am I supposed to do? I have a shitty, like, rifle, dude. Little hunting rifle. Now the threat is gone, the animals are safe, you're free to move back and forth between the train and that enclosure without risk. Return to the train, create as many vaccines for the actual illness. Immunize your animals. Probably what you know when the enclosure is saved. The main difference is you should unlock the ability to create food for the mutants by adding meat to the original meal plan. This will turn the mutant back to normal for as long as you should need? Or until you start to vaccinate it. Wait. Oh yeah, it did mention that the parasites get tame if you feed them meat. Skip tranks, just take blood from the relaxed animals. The moment you start to shoot darts into the mutant, it will return to its monster self and start to fight. Does that actually have an animation, or does it just pop into the mutant? Because every time the mutant triggers, it's instantaneous. I don't get to see, like, a transformation or anything. Which, to me, sounds like there's just animations they didn't make, so... Gameplay loop works. Mastering it can feel rewarding. Nope. I'm just gonna say no. But the story kinda sucks, too, so... I'm actually more interested to see what happens in Dante's Inferno, just because it's... I don't know what to expect. I don't know. Yeah, that's why death is part of the ending or a narrative. So yeah, the gameplay is a means. How about, chat, how about we just read a choose-your-own-adventure book? Does it sound like... We could just do that, right? Let me start becoming an audiobook voice actress. Sound good? Yeah, actually, that's a good way to put it, Sardgard. It's a narrative game with the skin of a survival game. Damn, I almost want to steal that and put that in my Steam review. Duh. But yeah, that's even more boring because there isn't any variable. Collecting blood after an animal mutation is an unnecessary complication. If you do everything you need in the enclosure, you really probably won't have time to take blood before the parasite manifests. Yeah, and you got somebody's like, what the heck's... How do you know when you got a female parasite? I think that's where you're supposed to watch how the animals wander. And then the rest are in Russian. Right. Somebody found a bug, I think? Spam making tranquilizer darts. Use all you have so you'll get a refill from Doc. Don't pick up the darts. Go get the refill. Pick up one dart you made. You'll notice after you pick up one, you get another message from the Doc. This is definitely getting patched out. That's funny. If you interact with the computer at any point during the loop, you will break the glitch. But all you gotta do is just spam more darts until you get another fail. You can't even fail. Oops. Oh, this is... Wait a minute, this isn't a Felipe video. You guys scammed me. Okay, so what are we looking for? Yeah, the variable isn't the mechanics, just going through all the branching options. It reminds me of this. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, dude, the heavy rain mess up. Hang on. Pretty funny to see people surprised that you can fail everything here and still win. A history lesson. This is a game by David Cage who said this. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, Heavy Rain becomes a way better game when you intentionally fail every QTE. I do want to watch this video again. If this is the one with the laughter. Oh, I want the one with the guy who is just wheezing. There is one, the dude is losing it, and that is the best shit. I always felt that game over is a state of failure more than from the game designer than the player. What? David.
God, I'm gonna blow your brains out, you son of a bitch!
Here's Ethan Mars being the most incompetent man in history, and yet somehow still winning. Dude, this is just a Columbo movie. It's amazing. Or Mr. Magoo. Or at least this is what the parody of Columbo would be, where he's always acting stupid. Holy crap, this game is better when you mess up. Would think so, he just crashed through everything. This is actually a great parody movie. So whip him. Oh. See, I'm actually invested now. Yeah, exactly. Like, what if? What if? Yeah, I realized halfway through my joke, I'm like, oh wait, shit, wait, I bring shame. I flubbed the joke. Gotta see this again. Or just see this through.
Hey man, watch it, dude! Hey, what's the matter with you?
Delicately walk around. Every single car. I wonder if I can find the... I think this might be the sequence with the video I'm thinking of. Because yeah, now he's gonna like walk into every single bit of produce. Yeah. This looks like it was fun to code and mocap and... I don't know how he wins this sequence, though. I believe in you, dude. Oh, I get to do it twice. I believe in you, dude. You can do it. Not the chickens! Look how polite he is with these very poorly animated chickens. That, oh my god. This chicken that comes in the corner here, not that one. This one. That is the dumbest chicken. I love it. Chicken attack cam. These are actually the best Twitter clips, because I'm genuinely sitting here wondering how you win this scenario by doing nothing. Yeah, I actually didn't know about the chickens. I knew about the produce, but the video I had originally seen, I don't think included it. Oh, that was so good. So good. But yeah, I remember Jeff was confused that people want a challenge.
So
I kind
the
of
other
remember
day, I
that. So
put up
he
this
made
video,
another one?
Talking about my conversation with Colin Moriarty. So the other day I put up
Okay,
this video
he did.
Talking
Why?
about my conversation with Colin Moriarty, and a lot of people thought that I was saying that this level, which is kind of the final bonus level in the game, is what caused me to quit. And that was not the case, because people came back at me and were like, Jesus, man, you don't have to do those. Why aren't, just don't get a platinum or just don't get all the robots. No big deal. I'm like, yeah, that's
Okay, for some reason I thought it was Bill earlier. Of course I turned it into... Oh, you did, yeah. If Jaff keeps going on like this, he's going to become a lolcat. I'm pretty sure he already is. Behaving just like Phil, only answering Ultra fans, people that are trolling him because of his bad Astrobot take. Okay. My bad. I can read.
why I quit. I said it was the fourth boss of 5 bosses, which is part of the main game. Even if you just want to win the game, you have to defeat this guy. And people then were like, oh my god, you're horrible, you're terrible at this game, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps that's true. It's probably true. But that said, though, I want to show you why I quit specifically, and then I want to address some of these comments.
Oh, is it going to be even
this
funnier?
is where I decided to give up. This is the 4th boss, giant chameleon. He spawns little baby chameleons that spit fire. You're kind of gimmicking this level as you can slow down time for about 10 or 15 seconds, give or take, and you use that a lot in this level. It's not that the level was filled with these individual pieces that were super hard, but when you put them all together, it asked a lot of your brain. You had to know when to stop time.
Alright. I no longer feel bad about Nemesis bodying me in Returnal.
But when you put them all together, it asked a lot of your brain. You had to know when to stop time. You're conserving the time gasoline in the time tank to make sure you don't spend it too soon or too late.
I didn't watch Phil play most of this game, so I did not know that, one, that this ability existed, and two, it's actually got an ammo.
You've got to rotate the camera in this game, so whether
Oh
you're
my
talking
god.
about the fireballs that these little guys are spitting, if you don't kill one enemy and then immediately rotate to reorient to find the other enemy, you could run into one of the fireballs and die. These sections here with the giant...
Yeah, I mean, maybe the camera work could be a little better. I would do that as a small critique too, but like, it's not
There's
the
a real
worst.
problem for me judging the timing of it. So some of it was like depth perception. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know that the first opening...
Okay, one that started as it was going to be a big analysis. Data ended appealing to authority because he's a big-time game designer. Didn't understand that players like difficult. 40 minutes, yeah.
Goes, I shouldn't use the time
That's
stop because I don't
amazing.
need to, and I should save the time stop for the second wave. But again, this is one of 3 stages of this boss, and there's 20 other things I need to remember, and it just becomes like a checklist of shit.
Yeah, he
that
really
you have
is
to keep in your
talking
brain
like
at all
Phil
times
here.
and remember all of it and not make any mistakes.
Let's see. I got to listen to Phil acting this way for the bird boss, and then I saw a Twitter clip of the snake boss. Same excuses.
Just to beat this thing. It's not fun. To me, it's annoying. I get some people love that. They love that challenge, and I respect that. But for me, I want to be on an adventure in this world. I want to feel like I'm living some cool fantasy in this world, and this pulls me out of that, and it just kind of feels like I'm, dancing and not really losing myself in the music, but just having to remember all the steps. It's
that's kind of a boss battle for you.
People are like going, I don't understand. It's not that hard. It's not that it's hard in terms of, oh my god, I've never encountered something so difficult. It's that, now I gotta rotate the camera to make sure I don't run into the fire. None of these things are individually problematic. It's just when you put them all together, it becomes a real pain. And some parts are bigger pains than others. Like this part. This part I hate, these blades. Because again, depth perception. I know what to do, but a lot of times I can't tell when to actually
Man, like, I feel ya.
and they'll end up hitting me, right? Because it's hard to see them. It's hard to see where they are. They're moving so fast and they're coming at the screen.
I have depth perception
You know, and these
issues
things
for
are the
sure
worst.
as well, but like,
Dudes with sparks in their hair. You see that right there? Look at this. In slow motion, it's obvious I
it looks identical.
missed the guy. But watching normal speed, it's really hard to tell if you're over him or not. I'm not saying that is hard, but depth perception-wise, it's just a fucking pain in the ass. And if I would have gotten this guy the first time, then I would have been able to get over to the chameleon in time before time speeds up again. I would have been able to take the guy out and not get hit.
Damn.
And so look, maybe the gameplay is like, yeah, Jack.
I feel called out, chat. You sent this to me to just call me out.
You can't approach these guys at an angle. Part of the gameplay is you've got to rotate that camera so you're coming at them head on. But with me, that's just one.
Yeah, there's that too. Vel made that joke as well. It's like you do have a shadow at the bottom, right?
Think about it, keep my head. It's too much.
Oh, sorry.
And even that, you've got to angle the camera.
Yeah, I think that would be my
to make sure
small
you don't run into
critique.
him.
This camera angle could be
Okay, here
a
we go
little
again. Now,
tighter.
This is one of my least favorite parts of this boss.
Because I'm thinking of, like, if I had to do this in a Skylander game, I'd be kind of annoyed
So
at
I've gotta
it
figure
too.
out when,
It's not impossible. It's just
and
like,
that I almost missed it. And now I have to
could
rotate the
I think that's a
camera
valid
to
critique,
make sure I
but
land
not
on
enough to rage
on
quit the
that
whole
thing.
game.
And there's no real cue of when the time's going to run out, by the way, right? So you just got to kind of...
Well, when you have the game muted, I am not going to know what audio cues you might
I
get.
land on right? So I've got to figure out when. And that I almost missed it. And now I have to rotate the camera to make sure I land on that thing. And there's no real cue of when the time's go.
And then, oh, also, I think it was really, really funny that Phil did the super secret stage with the chrome skin. And it's like, yes, Astrobot still casts a shadow, but it's like, why would you do that to yourself in a very difficult platforming section where you're basically camoing yourself? Why would you do... Why?
Run out, by the way, right?
That's a
So you just
horrible
gotta
idea.
feel it.
It's a funny joke
You
challenge,
can see it
but
on
like...
the back of the backpack, but if it turns out you're not looking at it or he's not aimed at the back of you, you don't know how much time you have left. And if you do make it over there in time, it
Oh.
doesn't look
Yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
like there's a
All right.
shadow some of the times to tell you when.
What is David looking at then? Because I just realized, like, yeah, that it's smart to have the clock here because you're focusing on Astrobot and his shadow being cast, so your eyes are staying focused where it matters the most for the platforming, so it's like uninterrupted. Whereas, like, if it was in the corner here, even if it was a giant icon, your eyeballs are still going to have to go and move over and check them. This is actually kind of brilliant in its simplicity. That's pretty cool.
It's time to drop down to the platform. See that? I'm fucked because I did it too soon.
Yeah?
Maybe not. Okay.
There you go. You got it.
All right.
You didn't have to do that, but
Here we
okay.
go again with the whoops.
You didn't have to do that, but okay. I understand doing that in a panic.
And I'm back at the beginning, right? And so,
Yes.
again, it's not that any of this individually is hard, like, oh my god. I don't blame...
We'll pick up the controller and play at a professional level, Drew.
This part right here where I'm getting killed, it's kind of a pain, and you could say, well...
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, he second guesses himself, which, like, again, I feel that on a visceral level. Like, I get it. I can sympathize, but also, come on, dude. This is exactly why I am working on not pity fishing, because it's just like, yeah, I suck at the game. Let's move on. You know, like I it's one thing to just be salty at the game, but like I don't. There's, you know, there's a different way to handle
when
it.
you're playing it. Part of the challenge is to go, okay, make sure you have enough time to line that jump up just right. And maybe if you're watching it, you're like, how could you miss that? It may be an old guy thing. I don't know. The bigger thing, though, is that after a
And
while,
you got
of
tunnel
trying,
vision.
It no longer interests me to
Of course.
continue to try. Because by this point in the game, I get it. I know what it is. And if this boss, which is the 4th out of 5 bosses, is this frustrating, I'm not looking forward to a whole bunch of new levels and a final boss that's at least as frustrating and probably more. So
Video title, specific game design. You're right. That is a very nondescript title, now that you mention it. That's pretty
it's easy for me
stupid.
to disengage. Is that a...
Yeah, what is the specific game design? Well, no, it's no specific thing, Sardguard. It's, you know, it's just the combination of the specific
problem?
things.
Sure, if the game wants it to be, but like I said in my video, when Colin paints this as there are people out there that like this
Also, the
kind of
music's too
sporting
loud,
aspect
isn't
of
it?
I respect that, and I get that, and there's nothing wrong with this game for offering what they're offering. But for me, you know, that's not what I thought I was signing up for. And a lot of people say, well, Jeffy, that's a platformer. I guess, but you know, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a platformer. I finished that. I loved it. Crash 4 is a much more precision-based platformer than this, and I finished that game. And I would say that yes, it is harder than Astrobot, but it does things that allows you to
Wait.
a much more precision-based platformer. Is a Jeffy, that's a platformer. I guess, but you know, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a platformer. I finished that.
That's
I
a
loved
newer
it.
game.
Crash 4 is a much more precision-based platformer than this.
Does Crash 4 have the adjustable difficulty? Like, the remakes did?
And I finished that game, and I would say that yes, it is harder than Astrobot, but
Like, I know that's really, really mean-spirited, but it's like, if the, you know, what little I saw of Rift Apart, Phil was playing, like, it was definitely being a lot more, like, it was probably a more forgiving game compared to the older ones, which I need to play. But, you know, it's like, yeah, newer kiddie platformers tend to be a bit more forgiving, a little less
it does
bullshit.
things that allows you to focus on.
And then, like I said, it's like, I think the Crash Insane trilogy has dynamic difficulty, so...
Or challenge. You're not wrestling with the camera and...
Okay, yeah. Now that you mention it, the only Ratchet & Clank I've played was Size Matters on PSP. Good news, I have it on PS2. Found that while I was on vacation, so I do own that. So I guess it wouldn't matter. I could just go ask my dad, who works for Nintendo, to give me a copy that I could emulate, don't you know? Yeah, exactly. Now that you mention it, I think Death Jr. 2 had more platforming in it, and like, its gun mechanics or whatever items you could use pretty much were exactly the same as how you handled guns in Size Matters. I don't know if it was like similar devs or a similar engine, but it's just like,
some
oh
of the
yeah.
harder aspects of that game, because the game forces the camera into a side perspective, or they just don't have as many precision jumps or attacks or whatever.
This dude's trying to convince us he was playing Bubsy,
They're
dude.
coming right at the camera, at least if memory serves. But I adore that game, and I finished that one, and it's absolutely harder than this game. It's just not as frustrating as this game. And if we go back to the camera just for a second, I mean, think about this. So let's say you don't...
This is literally the same problem as Phil's pre-streams, and the time it takes you to talk about this, and in Jaff's case, edit this video, you could be putting in practice,
have the depth
dude. Come
perception
on.
problems that I do, and so you don't need to spend as much time fiddling with the camera. But that same
I get
amount of
it.
time I spend fiddling with the camera, I have to angle the camera down so I can see depth more, so I have more of a sense of multiple dimensions, so I can
Okay.
judge the depth. And that's
Okay.
time that I have to spend rotating the camera. If you don't have the same depth problem I have, then that's time that you get that you can use to prepare for the enemy or to line up an attack or do whatever you need to do. And I'm kind of working at a deficiency. Well, I guess I...
So he's making... It's not... he's making an accessibility argument. This game's not accessible because I have to fight the camera into a different perspective
could get good
than it
but That
intends.
would probably require some sort of neurologist or optometrist to figure out why you can see things coming at the camera, their position more clear than I can when there's not as much rotation vertically of the player-controlled camera. Again, I'm not saying it's good or bad or otherwise. I'm not saying the game needs to adapt to me. I'm just saying this is sort of the reason I walked away.
Oh god, this is... This is like trying to listen to an Anita video, and she's like, look, I'm not saying that these are necessarily bad, but... And it's like, why are we here?
Not because, oh, it's too hard.
Why are we here,
I
then?
could do it if I wanted to sit here for an hour, but it's an hour of frustration, and
I could pick up a controller and play at a professional level if I wanted to.
unlike a lot of people, I don't feel better about myself because I achieved it. I just feel like, ugh, now I gotta deal with this shit some more. So that's the specifics of what happened in this. Now I want to read some of these comments. All right, so this...
Oh, man. We're reading comments. Jeff is, like, the best. He's, like, slightly upgraded Phil. Imagine Phil doing this. Although, I guess we kind of got a demo of it with the Twitter replies, but it's only the... it needs fine-tuning.
I mean, he's not the only one that called this out. There were a number of people saying, Jaffe, I don't get it. Mickey Mania is really hard. The end of God of War is really hard. What do you mean, you know, Twist Metal Black's really hard? What do you mean you don't like hard games? Or you're just coming to the conclusion that games can be hard? And as I said many times over the years, we never meant to make our games hard. The God of War thing especially, we focus tested it within an inch of its life, play tested. But we just didn't get to the Hades level because it was at the end we figured we had it and we didn't have it. And it was awful. And it was in the days when you couldn't go back and patch your game once it was released, so we were kind of left.
Why? You telling me these guys only did a half measure?
Live with it. But trust me, calling out my games does not suggest that I'm being a hypocrite. I didn't want my games to be hard. The other games, you know, we were new. We didn't know what we were doing. So we were tuning Twist Metal Black as if, you know, for us. And we're like, that's a little easy. Let's make it a little harder, you know, without really having the experience to know that we had been, or you have to be careful, because if you've been playing the game for 2 years and the most nuanced play mechanics are embedded into your muscle memory by that point, you're not the guy to be coming in tuning normal. But, you know, we didn't know this at the time. And people are like, well, what about the Challenge of the Gods? Those were impossible. I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't play them. I gave those to the testers. I said, look, this is going to be, you know, clearly labeled at the end of the game. If you want it, you want the rewards.
So, Jaff is an idea guy, is what I'm getting from this?
Great. But
which is fine, but it's just like... Okay, so your creative approach to games is a different component than actually playing them. So it's just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very confused why, if you couldn't play your own game, like the very projects you worked with, why are you playing any of them? Like,
that's not what I'm about. But I know, you know, for replay
that's
value,
really
longevity,
confusing.
people like this stuff. So,
oh my god, I can make another Anita joke. Doesn't even like video games. Doesn't even play them. What the fuck?
I had the testers tune that. So could I beat it? Hell no. Could I beat God of War on hard? Hell no. I wouldn't want to try. My version of the game was normal, like medium, whatever. And that's how most developers do it. It's like, this is kind of the vision. And anything out of this is kind of a little bit off the vision, but obviously we're making it so we can, you know, appeal to more people who don't have the same desires or enjoyments of games or just, you know, experience or skills. Big Sarge comes back. He says, I get your point, but growing up back in the day in the arcade, that, you know, how can you say that you weren't about the challenge? There was no narrative. It was just high scores and stuff like that. And for me, the arcade games, which I loved and I came up with, they were such a novelty. It was so unique to be controlling these characters in these amazing worlds on the screen that was what I vibed with, right? So I didn't really get into Defender because I couldn't enjoy being in space and being a Star Wars fighter pilot, you know, my fantasy, because the game was too fucking hard. But there were games that I could be good enough at to lose myself in for, you know, 5-10 minutes. But I was never I loved the arcades. I grew up in the arcades, but I was never a guy who, you know, was the high-scoring 3 initials on 99% of the games. That's just not how I ever looked at video games. It wasn't.
Okay, I think you're exaggerating. You're going a little too far. You don't have to get the high score in an arcade game to understand what works.
What interested me about them. I liked the idea of, you know, something like Congo Bongo or Fantasy, which these are like somewhat rare games, or Arabian, these things that felt cinematic for what they were, like you're on these grand adventures. That's what I loved about it. I was not into the challenge stuff. That's nice respectful questions from that guy. I appreciate that. But alas, I don't like that. Yeah, you see, sometimes you get guys like Tony here and Doug. It's absurd, Jaffe quitting the game because the optional content is too hard for him to conquer in under 10 to 15 minutes. Again, I saw a lot of that. I'm like, dude, that's not why I quit the game. It had nothing to do with the optional content. Although, to be fair,
well, that makes
the game
it
doesn't go out
sadder,
of its
dude.
way to make it clear that's optional content. You know it. I know it because we've gone.
Dude, how new are you to video games? You couldn't tell that was a secret
fair,
level.
The game doesn't go out of its way to make it clear that's optional content. You know it. I know it because we've gone on the internet. People have called them challenge levels, blah, blah, blah. But frankly, nowhere in the game does it say to beat the game, you can get less than all of the robots. You were in Astrobot. You were presented in the hub world with a continuing need to get more and more robots. I know it's robots. In order to access more parts of the hub world that will get you closer and closer to the end of the game.
Right.
So, as much as you may be able, and I don't know where your head, this Tony guy, got it from, that these were optional levels, or this Doug guy got it, that these were optional levels. But I got it from the internet. But let's say you don't know that, because the game doesn't tell you, and so you...
You're new to video games, then, if you didn't catch it.
See a robot in these challenge levels, and the game so far has presented you with the idea that, hey, you need to get the robots to advance. Why would somebody who doesn't know what you know, which isn't taught to you in the game, come to a conclusion that, oh, I can just skip this? Versus like, no, I want to win the game, so I guess I'm here for an hour. Like, a lot of people said this, like this William guy, the shape challenges are extra if you don't want to play them, just focus on the normal levels. This idea that everybody just knows, even though the shape challenges are not why I quit, this idea that everybody simply knows, and I did, but I mean that everybody else knows that these are just challenge levels. It's like, when are the gamers, when are they going to push back into the game and go, yeah, wait a minute, that's not cool. You know, there's lots of things I can love, but still go, yeah, that's not cool. My favorite piece of entertainment of all time is Raiders of the Lost Ark, but when somebody told me there's a pretty good chance, even if Indy would have never gone on the adventure, nothing would have changed, because the Nazis would have gotten the Ark, they would have opened it, they would have all died, and maybe it would have just been sitting there on the island at the end.
Wait, why are we doing an Indiana Jones?
Really. Doesn't mean...
Did he just do a restaurant analogy, but with a pop culture movie?
On the island at the end, but you didn't need Indy for any of that, really. Doesn't mean I don't love the movie, but yeah, it's a good point. I don't know why a lot of gamers can't go, yeah, Jeffy's got a good point. They don't really go out of their way to explain this. And
okay, just like Phil's restaurant analogies, I'm very confused right now how I'm supposed to correlate optional side content with technically Indiana Jones going on an adventure as side content, or, you know, he didn't need to do it, or... Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
So...
I guess he thinks all content is integral to the story or something? Is that
why
what
would you expect someone to know it if they don't explain it?
Man, I can pick out a lot of, like, Phil's bizarre grammar structure and, like, what he's trying to say, but I'm kind of lost here.
Like, says, the thing about this game, though, is it has options for both what you want and someone like Colin wants. Mario's great with that, too. For someone like you, the difficulty's fairly easy in order to finish the core game and roll credits, but for those who want an extra challenge, it's there. Again, I would argue that A, they don't communicate it, and B, even the base challenge, for me, it wasn't impossible. It just stopped being fun because it was frustrating. Now,
yes, the not having fun quit.
This is interesting. The same guy says, Jaffe, I'm curious, how is this different from Elden Ring? I'm not asking it as a gotcha, I'm genuinely curious. Are you just more invested in the world of Elden Ring so you're willing to push through the challenge? And then Wallace from our community says, good question. Okay, so Elden Ring is very, very different in that what makes Elden Ring to me so deliciously delightful is when you get stuck, be it on a puzzle or you're not sure where to go next or a boss or just whatever, all you have to do is turn around and go somewhere else. And 90%...
Has he played other FromSofts? Because it definitely sounds like he'd rage quit those because they're a lot more linear in comparison.
Wherever you go...
And I mean, to be fair, one reason I gave Elden Ring such a high rank was because you can, you know, it's open-ended like that. He finished Bloodborne. Yeah, that one's like super hallway mode, dude. What the heck?
Either be equally engaging and satisfying as what...
Well, I guess if you just over-level, right? I suppose that's one way you can troubleshoot.
You were just trying to solve. But beyond
and the best dungeon.
90% of the time, you will be acquiring things, whether that's skill, whether that's the ability to level up your character.
How do you not get skill having to repeat like a level a few times?
Is alternate ways to solve something via a pickup or a spell or whatever. Or just discovering a whole new path that makes you go, fuck it, I'm enjoying this path, right? And so, yes, the bosses and the enemies in Elden are very, very tough. But in that game, there are numerous paths to help you get through the obstacles. You want to grind up, you want to explore, you want to find a different path, you want to...
He doesn't want to learn the game, but he wants another way out, like grinding. Yeah.
Find a different weapon or go chore up to buy get some money to go buy something from a vendor that will help you beat the boss because you have enough time to heal now or whatever it is. Astrobot, it's not like I can do anything about this chameleon boss. And again, this is not a knock against the game. That's what the game is. A lot of you guys love it. But in explaining that just because something is hard, I don't put them all in the same bucket. Hard is really fun.
Man, the guy who got mad at one of my Bloodborne videos is still living rent-free in my head. Because I wasn't playing it right. And, like, I wish I could rewrite, like, my reply. Because it's just, like... Chat was helping me with that build, dude. I don't need to pick everything up.
If the path...
You're not even locking on to enemies!
...to overcoming the difficulty...
Why?
Is
they're just trash mobs.
Clear and or interesting enough, or there are enough varied paths to go to or to travel to overcome the difficulty that I stay engaged, which is why I'm still playing Elden Ring. But Astrobot's like, look, this is how you do it. Go.
Right.
And I just got to the point where I say, I don't, that's not fun for me anymore. I don't have any other options, really.
I don't know, maybe he should play Mega Man, because you could do the levels in a different order. And you have, like, upgrades that could help you in other levels better than others.
Like I could go back and try to complete all the other planets on gold, and if I have enough robots, I can upgrade to a triple jump, or my time canister lasts 30 seconds longer, or whatever. Okay, then I'd go, okay. I don't have the skill set to do this, but I do have the skill set to go explore and find more robots that will allow me to purchase.
Yep, there's the grinding argument.
And Elden Ring is more like that. This is not, and that's why they're not comparable to me in terms of why I stick with one and abandon the other. This guy says Jaffe's weird. This guy says no, he's not. No, I'm pretty weird, but we're all pretty weird. The only difference between me and everybody else is I accept it, acknowledge it, that I'm weird. I love my weird. Again, these people, I find some of these comments just so condescending and obnoxious. R66, buddy, you've literally played Elden Ring. Gaming is about overcoming gameplay challenges, and that's where fulfillment comes from. Please don't speak for me. R66, please don't speak for everyone else.
Sorry.
It's not.
Dang.
That's where fulfillment comes from. Please don't speak for me. R66, please don't speak for everyone else. R66, please don't speak for everyone. That's where fulfillment comes from. Please don't speak for me. R66, please don't speak for everyone else.
I'm easily entertained.
Grasp. You really just realize this after gaming for 50 years. It's insane to me that, there is no give on these people on the internet. They just simply think they're right, and they don't even take into account the person they're talking.
You're kind of doing the same, buddy. I'm sorry. You can't just say, hey, I want my ideal game allows me to tackle at it from different angles instead of bashing my head against a wall, because I just gotta get through this platforming section. But, like, it's not what you're doing. You're angry that Astrobot is not conforming to your preference.
Does this guy really think that between the two of us, not that anyone should ever be able to define what gameplay is, what makes a game for everyone, but does he really think that he has the higher ground on this conversation just because he likes games a certain way? I say, for me, Elden Ring's the best game ever made, and then this other guy says, do you really mean that, Jaffe? You're just being hyperbolic and trendy. I don't believe you, LOL. Again, I just spent 20 minutes explaining why Elden Ring is what it is, and why it remains my favorite game of all time. But instead of again, I don't want to get into it. That's not what this podcast is about. You guys know it pisses me off. But the main thing is, now I've explained it. Hopefully, you can agree or disagree with my explanation, but at least you have it now, and we can engage in that conversation in the comments and in live streams at a more, good faith level versus these, guys who are trying to actually, I don't know what they're trying to do except annoy me, which mission accomplished.
And he ends it there. That's amazing. Yeah, what are those reasons? Great question. I gotta know what's going on here.
Hey, listen to me.
Bro, I walked in on a gamer face for a cutscene, basically.
You gotta come with me. I'll help your boyfriend get going.
Where are we at? Oh. We're at $8, chat.
I don't have a gun. I'm not gonna give him the freaking sniper rifle.
Chat, come
I'm
on!
gonna give it to him. Handgun. Come somewhere outside. That sucks. You commit suicide. So, like I said, a dark humor game. A lot of dark parts.
Are you okay, Phil?
Like a cop around?
He sounds really defeated right now.
Now that I need him, there's no cop zombies around. See this?
Has he been like saying that he's tired or anything tonight?
Zombies.
Oh my god. You mean to tell me he's only been playing for an hour? I think I played Zookosis for longer. What the? What?
Anywhere in any reach. Wow. Look, there's no cops.
Holy crap, dude.
That guy's got a knife aiming.
7 o'clock, when I was just about done with Zookosis, he was starting. I forget how long. No, I stopped Zookosis around, what, 7:30?
R2.
I got
ready to chill tonight with more Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster here on DSP Gaming.
Yeah, sure.
I'm excited for the good stuff. The game so far is pretty good. It started off a little messed up because the game had some issues. Audio bug issue. It was some really dumb thing that was the game had enabled that was called like input delay reduction or something like that. And then I turned it off. Pointless. Started getting in 2 different ways.
I don't care.
They follow you pretty well and can fend for them.
All right.
Zombies bite me, I'm instantly dead. I was like, I couldn't have stopped that. Like there was nothing I could have done. It was just cheap, right? And then,
I don't know. I feel like you could
"Oh,
summarize
wait a minute.
this
Oh, no,
while
it's
the
gonna go
game
back
is
to the last
booting.
save." And yeah, shooting. They changed it. It plays a lot more like other third-person games now. So here's the thing. I feel like they've improved a lot of the things that matter. Please treat this like a fun, interactive stream. And what I mean by that, I would love to chat with you guys about topics, about anything. It doesn't just have to be about this game.
I need to stay away from that.
I really had a good time earlier today. I'm gonna have an even better time because now it's cool in here. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna open up my curtains even a little bit more.
Dude, it's a freaking Sonic Rush song. Some freaking Malcolm X quote.
Getting rid of those old crotchety blinds. Those things were all disgusted and decrepit from 10 years. These new curtains are great, and they allow me to get so much aeration in here. It's gonna be so nice over this fall gaming season. This is the best time of year for gamers, right? We're in store for a good one this month. Next month, 2 really great months for gamers. So I'm very excited. And it goes away, and it cycles through like.
All right, coping.
It was over $100 in support between super chats, super stickers.
So we're getting like a pre-daily rap cope. I see what this is. This is him practicing his lines.
And tips. I'm pleased with that. I'm not disappointed. But please tonight, if you're enjoying yourself, please support the stream in some way. Liking it for engagement is great. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, or gifted memberships would be great. You need to get many today. And tips.
And you at least tried Dread Out, at least for horror game. Well, yeah, sorry, I'm on a tangent anyways with Phil. I was seeing, like, it's just him going through the motions. Zookosis, I'm very sorry. You are going to the rubbish bin. The hell is it? Rubbish bin. Very sorry, bro. It wasn't meant to be. So I do have the Winnie game, though. And that was something I was kind of curious about. And then Dread Out, I think, is under audience vote. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the full game. Because it was like $3. So there you go, chat. But you're right. I know I was asked last stream, hey, do you have a Halloween-y themed game planned? And I did not. And yeah, so we have Nightmare Cart, we have Dread Out. I mean, if you want to count Nightmare Cart. So, you know what? I'll consider that then. Maybe Dread Out is gonna be my October-themed thing. I think I'm gonna do an executive decision, though, to at least try this for a few minutes, because I'm actually surprised it has a demo. Does it have a release date yet? No. This game may still be fake, for all we know. But yeah, I do appreciate that input, because I totally forgot. Weirdest trivia for the music. Yeah, exactly. It's already a step above Soup Pot, although we're stuck on a screen right now here. Well, that's disappointing. Well, we have Dread out as a backup to the backup. Wait. What? That's just a few robots. Guys, I'm starting to think this game isn't booting up. It's Phil's fault. Sargard willed it into existence. Holy crap! Dear God, that is way too much botting. Go away. Go away with these Arizona politics.
I was just trying to be nice, but if you're gonna be a fucking piece.
So no wonder he's sounding so bummed. He's only now in double digits. And like, this is doing nothing. This isn't gonna change anything, Phil. The view botting is not worth the TOS violation. Especially when you're going to private the stream. You're gonna undo anything. Yeah, there ain't no way. Those are bots. There ain't no way.
Alright. So
This is the actual feed, by the way. I'm not in raw fill. That is ridiculous. Good catch, by the way, Red Animator. I was looking through raw fill earlier. So has he mentioned it at all? Or is he just hard ignoring? And of course his chat is disengaged.
Back to that saloon, which is actually the supermarket, right? Oh, that's
Nobody else is noticing. Massive viewer support tonight.
I don't
well,
do both. I want to do both. Hatchet Man, I believe, is a psychopath. And I believe that this right here.
Yeah. It's a little too much, OIC. You might want to calm down.
But yeah, I don't know.
And he's also wasting, like, what a waste of money.
And I guess she was a random you were supposed to just encounter in the mall.
So we're just gonna hard ignore. Sounds good. Guys, I'm starting to think this game doesn't exist still. Alright, I'm about to hit Alt F4, okay? I'm gonna try and quit a Steam game. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're still alive. That counted as 3 minutes. Ah, jeez. And the problem is... Softlock PSA. Loved the demo. You guys need to calm down. Oh yeah, a lot of people are crying. Yeah, a lot of people cry because, like, this is an overused trope. What if cute thing, but dark? Yeah, it's whatever. I wonder if the Team Red graphics cards would be able to boot this. Yeah, at least it's not as toxic as Zookosis so far. Yeah, that's true. All right, what could I possibly do to troubleshoot this then? Duck. Kink Line, good demo. What happened? Winnie isn't actually in public domain? Including most of Europe and Australia, the copyright won't lapse until 70 years. Well, if the game is built in America, they might be okay. Maybe. Oh! Okay, at the beginning, 70 years after the author's death. Meaning the copyright won't expire until the beginning of 2027, at which point the entire non-Disney canon will be available in its life, plus 70 countries. Yeah, it's also a parody. So, anyways, I don't see anybody mentioning... Damn it. Okay, Couch. I am going to hide the screen for a second here. Yeah, let's hit BRB for a second. Oh, hey, Steam crashed. Nice. I wonder if that had anything to do with... I'm still gonna try and... Let's see, where is it? Where'd it go? There you are. Properties. Browse, backup, view... Okay, verify integrity. There we go. Okay, all validated. We are all valid, guys. Huh. Alright, we're gonna press buttons. We do not have a controller plugged in. Is this... No, this should be a point and click, right? Do I need to have a controller plugged in? Hey, Vel, you have any recommendations? This is my Steam game, totally booting up. I'm wanting to try the stupid, edgy Winnie the Pooh game demo. There is no discussion of it not even booting up. So it's like, I verified the files. It's a Unity game, if that helps with us troubleshooting. Ah.
It's also a demo.
Yeah, there's that too. It may just not work.
Manage.
Hang on. Yeah.
Properties.
Okay, properties.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Up there, browse.
Oh,
Files.
installed files. Okay. That's a good point. Okay. Huh?
Oh, we got past this flash screen.
Yeah. So it lets me...
Click, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Keyboard does nothing. I mean, that's what I figured. Why does no one talk about it not booting up?
Playing a word game.
Man, I've been waiting patiently for this stupid thing. But yeah, I kept it like this for 3 minutes and nothing happened. So nobody has, yeah, nothing about it. Just people being upset about edgy games. Like. Like, what the hell, bro?
Okay, it's just probably plugged. I gotta catch it.
Let's see if it's on itch.io. It is not. Let's do. Chat help! I just want to keep trying to boot it up and hope for the best. Because yeah, if you go to the store page, you can't do anything. Yeah, it's just TBA, you can't leave reviews. What the hell could I possibly do differently then? Maybe Nightmare Cart? Dude, I've been waiting for this stupid game. Compatibility troubleshooter. Do we have your consent to run diagnostics to fix the... give me a sec. Let's try and run it in compatibility mode. I'm gonna do something very stupid. Let's see. Alright, shocker, it didn't work. So for it... Okay, don't run incompatible. Run it as an admin. Maybe... I am so gonna annoy my Steam friends. This shit keeps popping up. Wondering if it's like a full screen issue? Alright, so the compatibility troubleshooter, we're gonna do that. Yes, I will let you do that. Oh. Well, thanks. We're here to help. Alright, never mind. Alright, I'm gonna do... both things that fall and hope it works. It is still not working. I'm doing goofy shit like I'm gonna plug in a controller. It probably won't. Yep. I suppose I could leave. Yeah. What? I downloaded it.
What did you download? A lot of those demos.
Okay, how about I uninstall it then? Is that what you mean? Like... Gotcha. Round download. Yeah, I can just do that. Silly me. There it goes. Yeah, let's see if maybe it's just having... Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna install it on there. Tell you what, I'm gonna make a start menu shortcut. Oh, man. You okay there, Stream Deck? This is like the Flowey fight, dude. Yes! Yeah, the equivalent of turn it off and on again, just uninstall it. That's really weird, but... Sorry, Sardguard, my executive decision stands. Zit. Content will evolve and change. Oh yeah, also. There we go. Bad game design according to Jeff. They got the... Yeah, I think yeah. I think this was my intro to Jaff being pretty much a bull cow. Pretty sure it's your guys' fault. Specifically you guys in chat tonight. Yeah, the Metroid Dread thing completely bodied him. That was so funny. Let's see. Grayed out section points arrow upwards. Minimap shows a room above you. Enemies flying over. You have to break. First instinct is to shoot. Orange window. Yeah, that's true. Like, dude, good game design, you just, like, unconsciously notice stuff like that. But you can also just have moments like me, who doesn't even notice the yellow paint anyways. Like... Kind of glass indicates there is no connecting wall. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Damn. This one screenshot, man. So good. So good. Alright, we can play a little bit. Just remembered I do have to get to work earlier, a little bit early tomorrow, so... it is also not playing. That's cool, Windows. Let's see here. I think it's swap. That would be why. Okay. Wasn't Vio or no, it was Vio. There it goes. And then we need to not turn it down, apparently. Okay, now it's a bit too loud there. Let's put the filter be a little more, or the limiter to be a bit more aggressive. Looks kind of good. His biggest mistake playing the game as it was, oh, damn. He just assumed it was gonna play the same. Bro, that's brutal. Rain dealing animations. We're gonna have to see what that is later. Alright, who's ready for the cringe? I am. And the audio is still blowing us out. Okay, hang on. That's right, I think it's supposed to be the virus is the one that's the narrator. Because, you know, hardy har. That's what we're playing as, after all. I'll leave that open then. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, it's only a minute and a half. I do really want to play this, you troll. But...
So he says, go back up in that room and shoot the ceiling. What? Why? Why? There's no indication on the map. There's no indication visually.
Heritage Month. Oh, I haven't been here before.
That the ceiling needs to be shot. Watch this. This is ridiculous.
The game did say it was super hard timing, but I mean, it's like...
Max just... Oh. Oh man, yeah. This clip definitely hooks me with, like, just trying to understand the ramblings of this man.
Oh, come, why would I know that?
Maybe this is more where I was supposed to go.
Used to give a game a score.
Why would I ever have known to do that? There is nothing.
I do really like, you kind of get to see, like, this look of awe and discovery on some of these, players' faces, where it's just like, oh, I can do that, apparently. Well, yeah, everyone shoots diagonally, because, like, why would I want to get close to the slug? Like, I want to shoot it from a distance, so... Oh. Poor David.
They fucking wouldn't.
Very nice.
Crap, Bush League. This should not get a pass. I'm sorry, it's crap.
I mean, Shantae's really good, I've heard. I need to play them. But, like...
Why?
Oh, yeah. It's also, it's got some bullshit in it, yeah. Hidden areas.
Why? Why?
Yeah, that is a fantastic video. That's like that's the elevator pitch for him. Point out, once these clips, other streamers are shooting at the enemies in the same room. Right? Well, I mean, yeah, you just kind of bump into it, and... Isn't there a tutorial to shoot diagonally in Dread? Alright, so we gotta press that. So, rotate the block. Hold left click and select block. Oh, okay, so I get like 2 of them. And I gotta Tetramino myself here. Throw during the event phase. Right, this is the roguelite thing. You guys suck. You keep distracting me today. Oh my god. Everyone called a harpy eagle.
This is a small harpy eagle.
Yes.
I want you to know that. So he is a small male. The females are much bigger. Somebody said you're holding a 50-pound bird.
Chat.
Maya's really strong.
I'm so strong.
Alejandro hovers around 11 or 12 pounds or so. He sounds like a squeak honk duck. He sounds like a duck. Yeah. Like a
He
really
does sound
big,
like a duck.
weird gray duck. Now that back talon of his is about the same size as a grizzly bear's claw. So
Jesus.
pretty robust. Thank
Pretty
you.
robust.
Wowzers. Everyone poops. That was a good one, yeah. The range that raptors can squeeze with their feet.
So I kind of remembered harpy eagle was a species. I've never actually heard of them.
It's 200 to 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. This is probably one of those birds on the higher end. People are often worried that they are going to carry away their dog, their cat, their toddler. These birds
You
can
should
only carry away
be
about a third
worried.
of their body weight and have been known to hunt things as large as small monkeys or even sloth. Maya, chat's worried about you. How's your
It's
arm?
okay.
What is he saying to you right now? I'm so sorry, buddy. That is my fault.
You cannot interview me and change my mind.
This is a small harpy.
A reminder that birds are very derpy and amazing. Okay, action tiles added. Stun. Whoops, I didn't. Okay. Thrown. Alright. Okay, is this how I get more ammo or something? Winnie, why are you naked? My belly is itchy. Also, I think Rabbit got changed from their proof of concept trailer. That's pretty funny. So do we have like a Nintendo DS style looking thing? Combat, we enter the brain of our host. Return actions are random. Aw, man! Frickin'. This is a card battler roguelike. They snuck it in on me. Okay, capture an action to activate mutations. Exhaust tiles are removed from the deck when activated. Okay. Do I want to use stun right now? How about to see what it does? He's only got 3 health. Virus blocks can be placed all over red walls. Red wall tiles inflict 1 self-damage. Okay. So... Sorry, wrong button. Interesting. So I have to do that. Explore for cells and resources to evolve, find rarer cells and deeper levels. Huh. Oops. Yeah? Oh, that's where I am. Derp. Okay. I don't know if this is good for me to stream or not, because me and puzzle games, we have some issues. Add a single-use virus block to your inventory. Okay, so I'm running out of resource here. Interesting. So what happens if I can't reach the exit? Is that like an auto game over or something? Crab claw. Physical damage. Instant. It's discard. Yeah, this would definitely be something I'd have to like play off stream for a bit, and then when I know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be sitting here reading shit all day. Adrenaline amount is added to each instance of physical inflicted. Okay, so boost my attack. Instant. When all tiles are dealt, they get discarded and replaced by a blank. I don't know which one I should do then. This one's pretty... I want to know what's going on with instant then. How about that? Planetary cemetery. Damn, that sucks that got taken up. That got taken up by a bot. It just sounds cool. They lack self-awareness to realize their own holes is a source of discomfort. Okay. Oh, whoops. See a creature's next action. They also show the outcome of a turn on the health bars. Okay. The bot's tapering off, or did one of them go rogue? Hover a block over different positions. Look at the health bars to compare your moves. Okay. Bonus, increase the effect of actions captured within. Stand. I'll go with that. Okay, well the animations suffer as a result of just, you know, I'm telegraphing what's gonna go on here. Objective, maximize your physical damage. Alright then. While inactive, they are no threat. There is no need to shield or stun. To just go like all in. You can use bonus to inflict 4 damage. Okay. Okay, so now he's stunned. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is something I'll end up streaming them, but like pretty this has potential. Stun him for 2 more turns. That just sounds like a smart idea. So this is my last thingy I can do. It's not shield. Let's go all in. Multiply repeats the effect. Same outcome. I'll do it this way. Okay, now we got a new guy. Grapple can reposition enemies. Oh, okay, so there's a back row.
Yep.
This looks like a good game you wouldn't play. Wait, I don't play Slay the Spire. Like, I don't want to, because I just don't want to do trading card style roguelikes, you know? But I don't know, man. This one's... He already lost every bot. Oh my god. Yeah, this is promising. Holy crap, look at how much health I'm gonna fucking lose, dude. Oh, I can... Okay, this actually would be a better outcome. Yeah, this one I have to, like, sit and think, you know? Oh my god. Okay, this would be good, because then I think I could save bonus for later. Let's do that. Okay, that's cool. And then it carried over to the next enemy? Wait. Okay, I'll have to figure it out another time. And then there's a blank. So that's just a missed opportunity right there. Let's see. Does a pretty good amount of damage. That. Did a passive attack again. I don't know why. Delicious. Game. I have to play this demo a couple times here. Perk unlock. Blanks act as a +1 bonus. Bonus increase. Wait, is this like a permanent? It better be. +1 bleed to each instance of bleed inflicted. Let's do the bonus. Oh, now I get to do more. Okay. So, alright, so I could use this L shape over there. So in this phase, I think I want to do... that maybe? Oh, okay, closed off. Do that. And then... good magic when you're a kid, don't have patience for card games. Right. Hope for the RNG. Well, you should play Zoocosis, no RNG involved. So, yeah, what happens if I do this? Cool. And then I get a single. I have full health. Enemies can also have perks. Damn. Oh no, now I gotta... yeah. Add a fleeting resource to the brain. Okay. So that's a good perk. Gain +2 adrenaline when an ally take... Aw, you suck. This dude's using a bunch of trash substitute dolls. This bish. It definitely doesn't need to be Winnie the Pooh themed. It's definitely trying to capitalize on something memeable, but I am surprised. Oh, he'll get +4? Damn it. Okay, adrenaline. Physical inflicted this turn. Okay. Maybe, so I'll take a little less damage. This isn't gonna do it. Yeah, I want to grapple him. Let's try that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Great, now he's like way farther back, because I'm smart. I was not paying attention. If it ain't the consequences of my actions. Oh, I am so destroyed. Yeah, take that, trash bin. I'm gonna... Let's see, I'm just gonna have to live with it. Adrenaline is spooky. Okay, I'm gonna... The furthest to the closest. Okay, so let's do a grapple then. Okay. Now I gotcha. Now I can turn this around. Sort of. I only have one block left, though. That's one heart there. This is my last one. How about I stun? Stun is always a good idea. Okay, no event happened there. It's the claw perk that's causing that, huh? Okay, do not grapple. Seems like a pretty good turn right here. Okay, it's starting to mesh with me a little bit here. Let's see. Whoops, no, I wanted that. Do I want to take... Let's play... I'm gonna do a safe play. Shields, just for that turn, right? Well, I don't really have any other options. Here, let's not waste the T shape then. There's a good turn. Yeah, it's only for that turn. Okay, I don't get to do something broken and like overflow the shields or something. That will only shield me. Yeah, we'll just whittle away there. That's good. Very exciting. That'll do. I like that. Can't damage me. Picking up the pace a bit here. Now I just have trash bins. Bro brain. Okay, you just walk past. No, yep. We'll beat him? No? Game perk. A pinpoint actions deal 4 or less, become piercing. Ooh, that's pretty good. 3 physical on attackers who are entirely blocked by. Let's do piercing damage, I like that. And is it? Oh, damn. Clockwork, I guess. Brain's just like, yeah, bro, let's go brain now. Play for just a little longer, maybe. I don't know how long the demo is, but we're gonna find out together, chat. Good path, I think. Rat King time here. Action tiles. Gain shield multiple times. Counter amounts equal or higher than incoming physical will reflect. Will reflect the attack. Counter attack or blockade? Counter attack. I don't know. I'm trusting my gut on that one. badger, of course. Can you raise your crab claw? I do like I'm hovering over and like the little tentacle attack is like, try me. Okay, so I do have to prepare it. He's not gonna fight me this turn. Oh, dude, there's 80 health. Must make peace with our body. Gently move your crab claw. Bish, I don't think so. Three not so blind mice over there. There is anger inside of you. It has been a while since breakfast. Oh, okay. Okay, the bot issue has been fixed. Aw, there we go. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's David Jeff. That's X. Nope. Well, darn. I guess I'm just gonna have to go to YouTube the old-fashioned way. Hang on, how we doing? How we doing? Oh, my lord.
There's no escape for you now.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What would even happen if I grappled? Will the mice, like... Let's try that. Yeah, there's nobody to grapple. They're all one unit, so that's kind of cool to keep in mind. Some perks affect enemies in ways you can influence. Okay. Reduce its action by the amount of damage taken. Okay. Six. Okay. Well, I can't do a good counterattack here. It doesn't fit as nicely as it could. I'm gonna do that. Elites can change perks between turns. This one needs a different strat. Increase action by the amount of damage taken. Spawn a follower. Okay. Or stun him. You know, it's always an option. Let's do that shape. And, okay, so we want to go all offense right now, which is not really much of an option, right? It sucks. I have a feeling I'm supposed to lose this. I don't know. That's a lot of health. Or I'm just suck. This is probably the end of the demo. Whoa, no way, bro. I have no way to heal, so... Let's see. Do -3. Wrong button. Might be good. Alright, follow your gut. Please, if only cowardly animals remain. Okay, so he's gonna start doing ads. Hashtag ads. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die with any action I take. Okay. Depth reach 2. Okay, so this is from the very beginning. Alright, so I have... I guess the boss is beatable. I would think it would be. Yeah, that... This game has no right to be as good as it is. Yeah, I would definitely... I would say if I do end up streaming the final product, it would just be like, I'd already have a better grapple with the game, so I'm not just sitting here spacing out for too long, being like, I don't know, should I do that? I don't know. Think Darkest Dungeon, totally. Duh. So, fret not, if y'all were like, damn, this segment was stupid, I'd, at least for my main streams, I'm not going to do another one of this. I think I'm going to play this more behind the scenes. So yeah, a lot of people are voting for Dreadout and Nightmare Card, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna end up playing. But yeah, I'll consider those. We'll make that the Halloweeny games. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Let's see. Big ups for joining this experience that exists. Zucosis is gone. I ain't playing that again. Very unfortunate. Let's see, if you're still here, I have not been advertising my new blog article very well. But if you take the link that showed up in chat, there's part 2 for my cringe shadow level ranks thing. Now in HD with 85% JPEG compression. Yes, very exciting. Maybe next stream I'll put a little more energy into it. But yeah, I've been doing a really bad job advertising it. But yeah. Have a good weekend, y'all. See you next time.